Hello everyone and welcome to Sources classes. So in this video again we'll continue our discussion with the test of mathematics questions. So here again in this video we'll discuss three important questions pertaining to geometry so that we can get an insight on what kind of questions are asked in this examination, and so also we will get a proper insight and learn the concepts of how to tackle this kind of question. So let's take a look at the first question of the video. If in a triangle with ABC denoting the sides opposite to angle A, angle B and angle C respectively, if A is equal to twice B and A equal to thrice B, okay, then the triangle is, okay, so let's take a look. Suppose let me draw a triangle, okay, suppose this is my triangle. Say this is angle A, this is angle B, this is angle C. Okay, so A, B, C. Now what's given? A denotes sides opposite to angle A. So here B denotes sides opposite to angle B and C denotes sides opposite to angle C. Okay. Also one thing is given, that A is equal to 2 times B, and also A, okay, angle A. Wait. So angle A is given 3 times angle B, because B and A here represents angles, and also A is 2 times B. Okay, so now since angle A, this particular side is 2 times this side, so we can actually write, so side opposite to B, A is angle A, so what we can write is that sine A will be twice of sine B, because sides, the length of the sides and angles are basically correspond, the ratio of the length and side and the angles are equal for all the sides of a triangle. So we know, because greater sides, larger side subtend larger angle and smaller side subtend smaller angle. So the relation remains similar, so we can write this. Again we can further write sine 3b will again be equal to sine A. We can write this from this one, this particular equation. We can further write this as sine 3b equal to 2 sine B. We can write it from this one, because sine is equal to sine 2b. Now if we further write the same, so what we can write is 3 sine B minus 4 sine cube B minus 2 sine B equal to 0. So therefore sine B will be equal to 1 by 2, that is B will be 30 degree, A will be 90 degree and C will be 60 degree. Okay, so I hope this is clear. So if you go check the option, it's a right angle triangle. Right angle isosceles, no, isosceles has both angles, so this is the correct option, option B, right angle but not isosceles. So I hope this is clear, how we came about with the solution of the same. So now let's move on to the next question. Yeah, so let's take a look at the question number 2. Let bisector of angle C in triangle ABC intersect AB at point D. Then the geometric mean of CA and CB is, okay, so we need to find the geometric mean. So let's first draw the figure. See, this is our triangle ABC. This is the bisector of angle C. Both these angles are equal and it meet at point D. Okay, so now angle, if we talk about this angle BDC, if we talk about the same, angle BDC can be written as 180 minus B, that is angle B, minus C by 2. Yes, we can write that which can be further written as 180 minus b minus c plus c by 2. Okay, so minus b plus c by 2, we can write it this way again, which can be further written as angle A plus c by 2. Similarly, we can also write angle CDA equal to b plus c by 2. Okay, now in triangle BCD, CB by sine A plus c by 2 CB by sine A plus c by 2 is equal to CD by sine c by 2. Okay, so which would further imply that CB is equal to CD sine A plus c by 2 by sine B, and CA will be equal to CD sine B plus c by 2 by sine A. I hope this is clear. Now CB into CA can be written as CD square sine A plus c by 2 into sine B plus c by 2, the entire thing divided by sine A into sine B. Okay, this thing we can further write it as CD square 2. So sine A plus B into sine A will be, so if we just use the formula over there, sine A plus c by 2, we have multiplied 2 over here and another 2 will multiply it over here, sine B plus c by 2. So this can be written as 2 sine A sine B. We multiplied and divided by 2 in both numerator and denominator. Okay, so now CA into CB can be further written as CD square cos A minus B minus cos A plus B plus C by cos A minus B minus cos A plus B. I hope this is clear. So this can be further written as CD square into cos A minus B minus cos A plus B plus C by cos A minus B. Okay, sorry, my bad. Cos A plus B plus C, so it will be 180, so it will be 1. Okay, my bad. Made a small error over here. CD square cos A minus B plus 1 because cos of 180, a plus b plus c will be 180. So minus 1 and minus 1 plus 1 by cos a minus b plus cos c. Okay. Now we know cos c is less than 1. Okay. This particular value of cos c, it is less than 1. So what we can actually write here is that cos a minus b plus cos c is less than cos a minus b plus 1. Okay, this can be further written as cos a minus b plus 1 divided by cos a minus b plus cos c within 1. Okay, which can be further written as CA root under CA into CB is greater than CD. Okay, we can write it that way, C into CB is greater than CD. Okay, I skipped one step. Let me just add that particular step as well, which can be further written as CA into CD is greater than CD square, which would further imply CA into CD is then CD. I hope this is clear. So option C is the correct answer. Okay, I hope this is clear how we arrived at the conclusion of the same. Now let's move on to the third question. Yeah, so the third question basically says, suppose ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral, okay, within a circle of radius r. The bisector of angle A cuts the circle at point P and bisector of angle C cuts the circle at point Q. Then we need to find the relation. So let's first try and draw the diagram of the same. See, this is my circle. Okay, see, this is my circle. Now what we have is that ABCD. See, this point here is A, this point here is B, this here is C, and this here is D. Okay, so let me draw this quadrilateral. C and D. Okay, what else has been said? Bisector of angle A cuts at point P. So this is point P. So bisector, that is this angle is equal to this angle. Okay, and also is given that bisector of angle C cuts the circle at point Q. So let this be the bisector, so that this angle is equal to this angle. So point Q. So this is my figure in general. Okay, so let's take a look at how we can go about solving the same. So from this figure we can actually write out angle A plus angle C equal to 180 because it's a cyclic quadrilateral. So therefore angle A by 2 plus angle C by 2 will simply be equal to 90. So which would further imply angle BAP, that is BAP equal to angle BAP plus angle BQC is equal to 90. Let me just BCQ, sorry my bad, not BQC. CQ equal to 90. Okay, so let me join a few lines over here. Say I'm joining this thing. Let me join BP as well. Okay, let me join this line also for the EMB and everything. Yeah, all the points are joined. Okay, now we can see that angle BAP is equal to angle BCP. Okay, angle BAP is equal to angle BCP because they are on the same arc BP. Okay, so therefore angle BCP plus angle BQC equal to 90. So therefore angle PQC again equal to 90. So therefore PQ is equal to diameter, because on in a circle the diameter always is 90 degrees. So therefore PQ equal to twice R. This is the correct option. So I hope this is clear to you how we came about with the solution of the same. So with that said, I hope all the three questions we have discussed are clear to you. Kindly go through the video as many times as you feel comfortable enough to solve the question on your own, and once you're done with that, try and solve all these questions with this video as a reference. So, and also, if you like the video, make sure you like, share and subscribe to our channel so that we can keep coming up with relevant content such as this further down the line as well. So having said that, we have come to the end of the video and I'm signing out. Thank you so much.